You know, the Community Partnership of Southern Arizona has been in this community now almost 20 years. And basically what we do is we really manage a system of care for people with substance use disorders and mental illnesses. And we have relationships with literally dozens, if not hundreds, of organizations throughout the entire region. And it's interesting, in looking at the list of the organizations that are involved, there are quite a few organizations that we work with directly and many more that we work with indirectly that are recipients of the proceeds from El Tour. So it really is so reaffirming when we can affiliate ourselves with El Tour and we can work together on something that is so positive and so reaffirming and so oriented towards health and wellness. And so for us, that is just an incredible collaboration and one that we're very, very proud to be a part of. You know, everything is local. The people who work for us and the people we serve are all from our community. And one of the things that we found in serving our population is that while we really are focusing on their mental illnesses and substance use disorders, the physical aspects of their health are equally important. And we all know that physical activity is important to our day-to-day lives. It makes us feel better. And while traditional mental health and substance use treatment is very critical, physical activity really lends itself very well to, again, a more integrated approach to healing and to recovery. So when we had the opportunity to kind of jump in with El Tour, it was a perfect fit. The blend of looking at cycling as a physical activity that really is focusing on health and wellness with the kinds of things that we do and put it together in a more holistic way. When you talk about better together through cycling, this is an opportunity for people to engage back into the community, to get back involved, to not only from the perspective of the physical activity, but what we know is so important is that the social aspects of cycling and exercise is equally as important. And so the camaraderie of an event like this, or the ability to now work with other folks who are also pursuing their own plan with regard to cycling or whatever exercise they're doing, is something that brings people together. When we bring people together, we bring a community together.
It doesn't matter if you're a doctor, a lawyer, college kid, 5-year-old, or professional athlete, we all can share the same common ground. And for me, that's what hooks me on cycling and keeps me feeling alive with it every day.
We were looking for some fundraising opportunities and had approached several people, and they all kept telling me to go talk to the folks of the El Tour de Tucson.
So I did 2 centuries the last 2 years, been raising money for charity.
And I think that's what it means. Working together is a lot stronger product.
They encourage us, go, and I don't know, but I can't think of being able to quit.
I think because of that struggle and that sense of achievement, we all sort of bond and create this cycling community.
It's brought a lot of people together, emotionally, physically, because there are some issues that people go through.
It's awesome, but painful in some dark moments. But man, what a ride.
Just riding, just next to each other, talking about what has happened in their life and how well they're doing now.
Good day.
It's an attractive sport. Once you get out there, you can talk with people, you can socialize, you can, challenge each other. It's really quite entertaining. It's been fun to watch.
It's promoting the value of El Tour and health as a tied together component.
When you're riding in a pace line, you're helping each other, you're drafting off each other, you're taking turns, stepping up, stepping back. And that's what we had to do when we went in 1985 after polio. As a team, as a group, worldwide, how do we use our collective energy, working as a team, to get to this goal of a polio-free world?
Better together, I absolutely love that. And we can't do it alone.
I couldn't quit because everybody at Tunandito knew that I was doing this. So with their support and knowledge that I was working out, it made me work harder.
If I alone tried to go out and eradicate polio, I couldn't do that. But in Rotary, 1.2 million Rotarians got together in 1985 and said, we are going to eradicate a disease from the face of the earth. So teamwork, riding together, doing things together, drafting off each other, helping each other. A lot of the bicycling terminology when you're going in a group and you're in a pace line really works when you're also trying to achieve a global goal such as the eradication of polio.
El Tour is something that this community has really embraced over the years. It's really an international event, but it's an event that we can call our own right here in Tucson.
2005年まで20年間続いた、南三陸サイクルロードレースっていうのがありまして、その町としても自転車の大会を受け入れやすかったんですね。日本の自転車乗りにとって南三陸ロードレースっていうのはやろうという周りからもそういう盛り上がり津波を経て街を元気にするにはそのサイクルロードレースなり何なりが
をやっていることはよく知っています。で25周年の時に、私は初めて、来ました。でとても素晴らしい大会なので、今回、またやってきました。それで2年が経ったので、ぜひその被災地で自転車大会を私たちも協力しながら、開催したいと思っていました。その時にこのリチャードの大会みたいな素晴らしいものをぜひ被災地で開催したいと最初に思いました。
私2回目のツール・ド・三陸のレースの素晴らしさを見ていった方がいいですよということで今年は一人ですけども岩手から参加しています。参加者の皆さんがおっしゃるのはかえって町の人からこんな悲惨な状況にある町の人からいろいろ声援を受けたりいい感じっていうかねいいなんですか影響本当に元気になるような影響がありますね。
We know here in Arizona we struggle in our image or perception for several years with SB 1070, with issues related to immigration. And it seems a lot of times those issues take forefront in the media and the news. Events like this and themes like this show that, well, it's together. It's not about only local, it's about our region, it's about our borders.
It's just been so much good support.
The together is just so important because it gets the message out. We can do more as a collective entity than we can as individuals.
El Tour has been a part of Tucson for over 30 years. ASARCO has been a part of Arizona for over 100 years. And in particular in the southern Arizona area here in Tucson, we've had operations going for over 50 years. So ASARCO feels a big part of this community, and we just are very happy that we can participate in an event that symbolizes what Tucson is all about and the good things that happen here. A program that ASARCO has is called the Vitality Program. And this program is designed to help our employees live healthy lifestyles, whether it be cycling, walking, running, just making better choices. That is one of the things that ASARCO wants to stress for our employees. It's part of this community, and Tucson is a bicycling community, so it's just part of the fabric, I think, of what Tucson is all about.
The Community Partnership of Southern Arizona has been in this community now almost 20 years, and we have relationships with literally dozens, if not hundreds, of organizations throughout the entire region. We're contracted by the state of Arizona to be what's called the Regional Behavioral Health Authority for Tucson and Pima County. And basically what we do is we really manage a system of care for people with substance use disorders and mental illnesses. And we do that by contracting with a number of local agencies throughout the community. We were built in 1995 and came to existence in 1995 and have served this community for almost 20 years. When we formed our organization, we built it on some guiding principles. We really wanted to look at consumer family involvement. We really wanted a very collaborative model and really looked a lot at how we can invest back into the community. We're a private nonprofit organization, and as such, everything is local. The people who work for us and the people we serve are all from our community. And one of the things that we found in serving our population is that while we really are focusing on their mental illnesses and substance use disorders, the physical aspects of their health are equally important. I think the other thing that we really want to focus on is that mental health is a very treatable illness. It's something that we shouldn't be ashamed to talk about. It's something that impacts a wide variety of people throughout all socioeconomic stratas, through all cultures, races, and religions. And And we all have to be more comfortable being able to talk about that. Because that is really the single biggest barrier to keep people from getting help, and the help that they need is stigma. And it really is a shame, because mental health is treatable. People do get better and people recover. And so for us, one of the messages that we really want to put out there is know the early signs and symptoms of mental illness, know what resources are available out there, and begin to rely on professionals throughout our community for the kinds of services that we provide to really offer the assistance that can really put somebody on their own personal journey to recovery. I think really when you start communicating a message based on what the Community Partnership of Southern Arizona does in this community, I think the message really is one of hope and opportunity, and that equals a recovery.
I'm a diabetic, have been since '99. I was taking medication, now I don't take medication because I do exercise, watch what I eat, and now I'm bicycling, and all my lab work has dropped down significantly.
It's a time where there's that synergy between what I'm doing physically and the opportunity to let my mind just go and wander, and it's a critical aspect for my mental health and what I need, and often sort things out while I'm riding.
Despite my hip issues, I can cycle with no pain. And so what cycling has done for me has given me a new lease on athletic life.
Well, I was 50 pounds overweight. I was taking 5 different medications for blood pressure. I was in bad shape and needed to do something, and decided to pick up a bicycle and try to ride it.
I can't tell you the number of things that I've thought about and solved while I've been riding a bicycle.
You need to do a workout every day after work to sort of clear the brain and to relax and get sort of a stress buster. And so cycling for me, I'm saying this in all honesty, was a real lifesaver.
I physically and mentally need to go do that. I need to ride.
You're starting at 6 in the morning. The atmosphere around the starting area is fantastic. Music's playing, everybody's psyched, it's still dark.
The sense of excitement as we're all gathering at the start line is wonderful.
It's a real atmosphere that is extremely well organized.
And everybody's, trying to jockey for position. You know what you've got ahead of you, depending on the distance that you're doing. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking until you actually get over the line and start pedaling a little bit and getting into it.
The best part about Tour de Tucson to me is
the camaraderie and the esprit de corps. The wash crossings are just iconic.
You go around the entire city of Tucson. And toward the second half, where you start going through some really hilly neighborhoods.
Rattlesnake Hill.
Tangerine when it's downhill. You're going like at least 30 miles per hour.
Coming over the finish line, arms up. That was a wonderful feeling.
Everybody's cheering and yelling. It's just the grandest celebration of life.
I had to hold back a tear.
Join these 9,000 people to make a difference in the community.
Can do anything I set my mind to. The best part for me is the end.
That would stick with me.
A lot of times when we have events in Tucson and any community, we wonder, what is it for me? What is the impact to myself?
And it's an important economic event for the city of Tucson, and any way we can partner with Tucson in order to provide economic support.
Well, the numbers that we've seen out there is between $13 and $20 million being spent here in our community. That's great economic impact. That's, again, dollars that are staying here and actually coming from other places, bringing here to our community.
I got to see Tucson, the city, the community from the inside, and I fell in love. It caused me to start a business here, buy a house here, do a lot of my training down here.
El Tour matters without the cyclists who are raising the money, whether it be your $20 or your $15,000 that Mike's going to hit. It matters.
A local Tucsonan might say, yeah, it's a little hassle, but I'm glad I see the riders going. I'll wait in my car for 20 minutes for the green light to be able to cross. That's perfect, but that's okay. I don't see any impact because I'm not a cycler. I don't own a cycling shop or a restaurant or hotel. But when these people are coming here to our community, they're staying at our hotels, and they're eating at our restaurants, and they're shopping as well when they're here in our community. And guess what? They're paying sales tax. And those taxes are staying here to pay for police, for fire, for roads. So those visitors are helping fund all the requirements that we have as a community, that we demand from our city and our county.
We need the infrastructure that the PBAA has established over these many years.
I feel like Tucson doesn't truly get the credit that it deserves.
And El Tour de Tucson becomes a premier event to attract those visitors from Mexico to come here and participate in just an outstanding event.
And everybody has an opportunity to be able to participate in that and be able to give back through cycling and make that a physical demonstration that everybody in Tucson will see. Hopefully most people will enjoy that, even though it may cause a few traffic delays through the day.
Prior to this experience, I kind of looked at them as a nuisance, and they were just somebody who slowed me down when I was trying to turn right. And now I've gained a community and sort of become one of them.
So there's a connection that is very warming and very nice to be part of.
So cycling became much more than just exercise. It became a passionate way of life.
What we love is that Tucson has a great product and a great story to tell.
And to me, it's the best place to ride a bike in the country, even the world. El Tour de Tucson, I would like to be more of a part of events like this and be more with the cycling public and share and show those people that what I do is exactly what they do. And this is kind of me coming to their event.
But it's part of us, it's part of Tucson. If you talk to local residents about what builds the character for a community, we'll talk about nature, we'll talk about our landscape, our food, but events. And El Tour is one of those events that it's part of us, it's part of Tucson, and we should be very, very proud.
I'm here to support it and participate in it, and I can't wait.
El Tour means living life to the fullest.
Everybody is so happy, and the collaborative spirit, the essence of the cycling community, which is support, the positive optimism, how can we help, and using our great machines to enable us to do things that we can't do by ourselves. And El Tour de Tucson, in the desert, the last place that we can ride.
I also think that there's something really special about this event, that El Tour de Tucson helps Tucson, and Tucson reciprocally helps El Tour de Tucson. So it's really nice to see the city and the race event come together.
We as locals, sometimes we criticize what we see here, what we're missing, what we don't have. Every community has challenges. We have great things going on. And when we interview people from New York, Chicago, they say, why do you come to Tucson? Just to be free. We're in craziness, we're surrounded by buildings and traffic, and our days are congested. We go to Tucson and you feel this sense of freedom, of walking around, hiking, cycling. So we should be proud of what Tucson has to offer. We should all embrace it. And again, when you see a rider from El Tour, don't be upset. Wave to them, wish them good luck, wait in your car. It's great for everyone here in Tucson. Again, the economic impact is just phenomenal. And it impacts yourself, myself, everyone that live here in Tucson. What I will take and have learned about this, is that a dream of someone can become something really good for a community. A lot of times we're very good at criticizing or saying, well, that's a bad idea. Oh no, we don't like what is happening in our community. It happens everywhere. But if you have a vision and you have a plan, and if you attract a good number of individuals that share that vision, you can do something outstanding for your community. And I think Richard Bernardis, he had that vision. I'm pretty sure that he had no idea 31 years ago how big this was going to become. I think he wanted to do something real good, solid. He had quality, and he wanted success from day one. But because of a vision of an individual, it was possible. So what I will take is that it's good to dream, and it's good to do great things here in Tucson, and that we should be proud about ideas and things we're doing here in our community.
Obviously, there's a financial element to it, but I think the sense of coming together, the sense of excitement, the culture around El Tour in Tucson is just something that we just cannot lose. We cannot. We have to get people to support it, agencies to support it, so that we can continue with this absolutely magnificent event. I love it.
It can benefit everyone on all levels. I mean, across the country and internationally. It helps families, it helps people feel like they've accomplished something. There's people riding who have had pretty hard lives and maybe messed up a lot, and who are riding and who are really proud of themselves. And I think, and that enthusiasm and excitement is really infectious, and people are really noticing it and excited about it. And everyone's talking about how we can do more biking after El Tour, how we can keep the energy going.
It's very emotional for me right now, and it's something that I'm doing for me. It just helps me so much. It really does. Emotionally, it's just, you wouldn't even believe. Going through a divorce, and something I never wanted to do, but I had to do it. And it's really, really, emotionally, it has helped me out a lot.
It's really something that it's just really changed my life from the very first time I've done it. I did it. What was it? 6 years ago. Like I was actually undergoing treatment for a different sickness. It wasn't cancer, but like I had started cycling 2 months before, and I was like, I'm gonna do the whole thing. And even though I was sick, I had like Holy Bill helping me.
Yeah, it actually is quite personal. More so now than in years past, since we've started doing this for my father, because we carry my father's picture across the line. Last year, we put a bigger team together for the first time. We had had a couple of riders in the events in past, and last year we put approximately 40 riders. And we kind of made a point to all finish together. If anybody wanted to finish, we kind of finished as a group. And so there were some people that had done some of the shorter distances, and they sat and waited at the last turn. And some of them were waiting for an hour to an hour and a half for the rest of us to kind of catch up. So as you make the last turn to come to the finish line, you see a sea of jerseys just sitting there waiting to cross together.
Do you remember your first bike? I think everybody I talked to said, I remember my first bike. There's something magic about that.
I think, from being a kid and watching, under the Christmas tree, a brand new bike. As a little kid, a toddler, that's probably the first things they give you is a bike.
I mean, you start out as a kid riding a bike, and you get to keep doing it as an adult. It's pretty fun.
Our involvement with El Tour is something that we really are looking forward to, not just this year, but years beyond. For us, community reinvestment is very important. We're local, we're part of this community, and for us to really kind of hitch our wagon and kind of work with El Tour in really creating something that we all can be proud of, and kind of bringing this community together around cycling is something that we really appreciate. Appreciate that opportunity and look forward to really getting a kind of message out there that really is going to transcend what each of us do, but really maybe be a little more synergistic in kind of bringing the two parties together to do something even better.